Hey everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. Welcome back to another video. Control decks are notorious for shutting down aggressive strategies and can also be a real drag to play against. This video explores powerful commanders that can effectively combat control strategies, giving you the tools to overcome these formidable opponents. Before we take a look at these commanders, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more awesome commander videos. It really is greatly appreciated. So without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's check out these commanders. Number 1. Rurik Thar the Unbowed. A legendary creature ogre warrior that costs 1 green, 1 red and 4 generic mana to cast. It has 6 power and 6 toughness and it says the following. Vigilance Reach. Rurik Thar attacks each combat if able. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, Rurik Thar deals 6 damage to that player. Okay, so Rurik Thar is a very powerful commander and can even be built on a total budget should you wish. He screams aggression and punishes every player on the table whenever they cast a non-creature spell. Every player, by the way, so us as well. So if you are building a deck of Rurik Thar, it's best to try and focus just on creatures. Each player will lose 6 life per non-creature spell cast, which is a massive amount when you stop to consider how brutal this can be against decks such as Storm decks or any other form of deck that aims to cast many low to cast non-creature spells on a turn. Rurik Thar makes an excellent answer against any player trying to control the board with their pesky blue counterspells and removals. Each time they dare to counter a spell, they can take 6 damage to the face. You will quickly see how strong this effect is as you watch that control player suddenly slow down their gameplay. But then again, they're always playing slow, yeah? So I guess they're playing a little bit more slower. They'll really hit a brick wall when Rurik Thar is out. If they can't remove your commander, they are pretty much out of the game. Rurik Thar turns control strength non-creature spells into a liability, forcing them to either take massive damage or stop interacting. Combined with a fast creature heavy deck, he can overwhelm control before they even get a chance to stabilize. Here is a spicy card that I would highly recommend to run with this commander, and it is Scytheclaw Raptor, a creature that costs 1 red and 2 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Whenever a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, this creature deals 4 damage to them. Okay, so if you combine this dino with Rurik Thar, it will mean whenever someone tries to play a non-creature spell, they're going to be crying, as they get zapped with big damage per spell. Well, not actually cry, but they will certainly be annoyed. It doesn't even have to be a non-creature spell. If they're casting a spell and it's not their turn, they're going to take 4 damage, which is crazy. Overall, this Gruul commander is an absolute powerhouse and can be a blast to play. If you're in a playgroup with loads of annoying control players, bring this dude to the table and watch how quickly your meta changes. You can buy this commander for around 80 cents. Number 2. Dragonlord Dromoka. A legendary creature elder dragon that costs 1 white, 1 green and 4 generic mana to cast. It has 5 power and 7 toughness and says the following. This spell can't be countered. Flying lifelink. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Pretty cool dragon, right? This elder legend is perfect against anyone trying to play control. It makes a decent attacker and a blocker as well with its stats and flying lifelink, so it can roam the skies chipping at opponents' lives and gaining life in the process. It can't be countered, making it brilliant versus counter spells, aka control players, and it stops opponents from casting spells during our turn, offering great security and the safety to free cast when we want on our turn without having to worry about any control players shutting us down with those annoying counter spells. Dragonlord Dromoka's whole kit synergizes nicely and is an excellent anti-control commander because it shuts down key elements of control decks while applying consistent pressure. Here's a cool card to combine with this Elder Dragon. Asceticism, an enchantment spell that costs 2 green and 3 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Creatures you control have hexproof. For 1 generic mana and 1 green mana, regenerate target creature. Okay, so if we combine this enchantment with the commander Dragonlord Dromoka, not only does it protect our commander from spells, but also our other creatures in play. This is a very powerful ability when combined with a commander like Dragonlord Dromoka, making us very hard to interact with on the board for opponents. we can sit there feeling very safe once this is out, and we also have that option to regenerate creatures, which means we could even regenerate our commander should it get killed in combat damage. Overall, if you like dragons and stomping on control players, Dragonlord Dromoka is a great choice, and you can buy this commander for around $4.50. Number 3, Surak Dragonclaw. A legendary creature human warrior that costs 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green, and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 6 power and 6 toughness and says the following. Flash. This spell can't be countered. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have trample. So, if you're into playing heavy focused creature decks, then Surrak makes an excellent commander option. Not only does he offer 3 wicked colours, but also includes a brilliant kit that synergizes nicely together, offering safety for all our creatures when you're casting them since they can't be countered. He also gives other creatures we control trample, which is a brilliant way to beat through opponents' defences and deal combat damage with our swarm of hopefully large stompy creatures. Surak Dragonclaw is a fantastic anti-control commander because he directly breaks down one of the core strengths of control decks, which is counter spells, while leading a creature heavy strategy that pressures control players with that trample damage. You can buy this commander for around $6. Number 4, Fran, the Last Troll. A legendary creature troll shaman that costs 2 green and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 4 power and 4 toughness and says the following. This spell can't be countered. Fran, the Last Troll, can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control, which is pretty much like having hexproof. And finally, for 1 generic mana and 1 green mana, regenerate Fran. Okay, so Fran is the king of trolls. This is one superb commander. Another great option is Fran, Breaker of Silence, but I just prefer the original Fran. I have lots of good memories with this creature, both as a commander and in the 99 of many of my own commander decks. Plus, this version of Fran actually costs 1 mana less to cast and has hexproof against all colours in case something green and nasty may be coming our way, because the other Fran does not have protection from green. Okay, so Fran the Last Troll is a brilliant Voltron commander that offers super protection, shutting down any plans any control player may try to use against us. He has hexproof and can't be countered, so it's difficult to shut this troll shaman down. Furthermore, you can even regenerate him should he die in combat damage. So yeah, as pretty much stated before, I believe the most fun and most optimal way to build and play this commander is going full Voltron. Equip him with as many auras and equipments that you can get your hands on, and let that added protection he have defend him for the game, while we swoop in for many ruthless and brutal combat strikes. He is one highly aggressive commander with a brilliant defensive shell to protect against any nasty control players that may be trying to harm him. Here's a really good card to combine with him. Bear Umbra. An enchantment or a spell that costs 2 green and 2 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has whenever this creature attacks, untap all lands you control. Umbra Armor. If enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura. Okay, so this is one of my all-time favorite auras in Commander. I have used it in so many decks, and it's always been a key piece in helping my Fran Voltron deck succeed, offering so much for just 4 mana. It gives us +2/+2, mana untaps, and Totem Armor to make Fran even more harder to destroy. Overall, if you're looking for a brilliant Voltron commander that can really annoy control players, then Fran the Last Troll is an exceptional choice, and you can buy this commander for around $1. Number 5, the final commander on my list today. Teferi, Mage of Zhalfir. A legendary creature, human wizard that costs 3 blue and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 3 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Flash. Creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. Okay, so some players may be confused to see a mono blue commander listed here for anti-control decks. But Teferi really can be used to shut down many control decks within the commander format. He has the capability to shut down enemy counterspells completely, and that's a powerful effect. The opponent is hindered as they can only cast spells at sorcery speed. This is so disruptive and can really ruin people's game plan. Because of this, they can't really use any targeted removal on us on our turns, since, well, they've lost that instant speed ability they can only cast at sorcery speed. Teferi Mage of Zhalfir is one of the most oppressive anti-control commanders in the game. He forces opponents to play at sorcery speed, enable flash shenanigans, and makes counter magic useless on your turn. If you want to completely dismantle control strategies, Teferi is a top tier choice. What do you all think of this commander? Have you played him before? Let me know in the comments below. You can buy this commander for around $1.30. Okay, so we've arrived to the end of the video. In conclusion, I hope that today I've shown you a cool commander, and most importantly, a fun commander for you to pick up and play to beat those pesky control decks that are out there. What do you think of these commanders listed? Have any of you played these commanders before? Do you have any recommendations? If so, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments, and I always try my best to answer them all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the 2 videos that should have popped up on the screen. Please could drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future commander content. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.